Texas is a land rich and plentiful, no doubt target rich, and is proven to be one of the country's most sought out destinations to hunt wild game. This hunting culture is much more than that of only what an antler score can produce. It's a culture driven by family, values, and the trophy itself is embedded within the experience.
That's what I'm talking about.
This is Texas Trophy Hunters, and we are Storytellers. Throughout history, stories have and always will be the narrative of our society. Stories forge connections, they convey culture, and they have a unique way of connecting individuals through common interest. For us, that common ground is hunting. My name is Heath. My closest friends tell me I have a face for radio, and I guess I can't argue that.
Hey, best stuff's ever happened in my life's been the long facial hair.
Samson and Delilah.
I'm serious, dude.
Nevertheless, I've been fortunate to hunt all my life. There's nowhere I'd rather be than smack dab in the middle of God's country. I've hunted all over this great land, but there's one area I seem to find myself coming back to over and over again. Texas. This series will navigate us through stories that make up the lifestyle we've all come to know and love. We are hunters, and we are storytellers, and there's never been a better time to tell the stories of those that make up the Texas hunting culture. Years ago, I fell in love with this great culture. There's literally nowhere else like it in the country. For me, it was more than just hunting. The camaraderie of the people, ties to strong family values, work ethic, those are just a few characteristics that make up the hunting culture here in Texas. My introduction to hunting in this great state came from the bottomlands of Central Texas, just outside of Fairfield. Meet my good friend John Hill. John and his team of guides run one of the most successful low-fence operations in Central Texas, known as F.E. Hill Outfitters. We simply like to refer to it as the Hill. Not long ago, I had the opportunity to hear John's story.
Yeah, hunting during the day. Guys have to come in here and take a break with us, and we work cattle. So here we go. Cheers. Yeah, we're the sixth generation. I am. My brothers, myself. You know, like what some people would call a legacy. I don't know if I call it that. I might would call it being cursed to be born into a ranching family, but it's been good. It's been good to us. It's a lot of work. When I got back from TCU, a good friend of ours, it's a guide here, Danny Flandry. Him and I, we basically were like the main cowboys on this outfit forever. It was almost like we had the same idea at the same time. We had a big buck we were tracking. He's about a 170-inch deer that Danny actually ended up harvesting. And I told him while we were sitting looking for this deer, I said, man, why are we not selling hunts here? This is stupid. Why are we not doing this? And he goes, man, I'm just sitting here thinking the same thing. And about 3 days later, Hunt F.E. Hill Ranch was born.
Now, the first time I arrived at the Hill, my friend Brandon had told me all these guys at the ranch were precision long-range hunters. Now, I've been told a lot of things in my life, but I wanted to find out for myself. So I later asked John if I could film him on a long-range doe management hunt. You see, I understood he was a rancher. I even understood him being a hunter, but I only know a handful of people in my life that are consistently accurate out to 400 or 500 yards. Targets are one thing, but having confidence on an animal at that range is a different story. I needed to find out for myself, and I later got the answer I was looking for.
598. 598. Okay, 598. Okay, there you go.
Which one, John?
The deer to the right.
Far right?
No. You see the two looking at us? Yep. Be third from the right. Gotcha, I'm on it.
Tell me when John's are good for racing.
You're good. Okay, we're gonna change that. It's gonna be the deer. Second from the right. I'm on it. I'm gonna let her get just a little bit different angle.
Yeah, it's there.
Golly, that was incredible.
Oh, I wish you could smell that.
Oh, I smell
Smells
it.
good, don't it?
Talk to me, son. That's a different kind of doe hunting.
Hey, John, there's one in my range right here behind us.
Alright. It's just a doe, but it doesn't matter. That's gonna feed us tonight, tomorrow night,
Holy smokes.
maybe the next night. Not real sure. That's downrange stuff right there.
Swap cameras down.
I'm good, I'm good.
You good? Here, I can do something.
And kind of what I say around here when I do something like that. Excuse me. Night night, Irene. Night night.
That was so cool, dude.
Well, there's no doubt John never had to audition to be the main character in his own life story. He just assumed the role. He's full of entertainment, full of life, and I'm not sure I know another individual who is more passionate about sharing opportunities to hunt than John is. He's literally invited hundreds, if not thousands, to come and experience the hill. Several years ago, he allowed us to start a family tradition on this ranch. It's now a tradition I wouldn't trade for anything. Our annual father-son hunt. Over the years, it's morphed into not only our families enjoying this experience, but other families the same. We've created stories and memories that literally are going to last a lifetime.
It's a guy here. Hey, man, father-son hunt. I've been with him on every buck he's killed except for one deer. We got a stud on the ground over there. I told you tonight.
Now, I'm not going to lie. As parents, these are moments we live for. I've had the opportunity to experience several hunts like this with my boy at the hill. As a matter of fact, it was our third year of our father-son hunt. My boy and I experienced a moment we'll never forget. It was a morning hunt. My son Gavin and I had a target buck we'd been hunting the previous 2 days step out within range. It was so early we felt waiting for better shooting light was the right thing to do. Patience can be a challenge for both the father and the son, especially when it's potentially the biggest buck your son has ever had in front of him. We waited and waited until we felt the time was right.
Well, our target buck just came out, and Gavin hit him back a little bit. And this is the bad part of hunting when you're in that stage and not knowing.
It was a roller coaster of emotions. For the next hour, we looked for signs of blood and nothing. Until finally, we found our first drop in a nearby draw. From the ultimate high to an immediate low, and then back to sheer jubilation.
You see him?
Here he is, dude. Holy cow.
Following the recovery of this incredible deer, there was a moment that took place off camera between me and my son. I won't go into detail, but let me just say, it was a moment in Central Texas I will never forget. The highs and lows of hunting are all part of the experience, and for both, I'm grateful.
Alright, so this is our third year at the father-son hunt, and the last 2 years have been great. Killed some really nice management deer, but this year we decided to step her up a notch and got to kill this dandy. But it's just awesome getting to come out here with our dads and get to shoot these deer. Just so blessed to get the opportunity.
This is just one of many stories that's come from the hill, and I'm believing it won't be the last. Even in a small town, even in a small town.
Hey guys, Cody here, and on behalf of all of us from Texas Trophy Hunters, we want to say thank you so much for watching the very first episode of Storytellers. We hope that you've enjoyed learning a little bit about Effie Hill and what they do at the Hill. One thing we want to encourage you to do is to go to our website, ttha.com, and sign up for membership. We get asked all the time, what does a membership with TTHA get me? It's very simple. You'll get a subscription to our bi-monthly magazine full of articles written by many of our members. You'll also get access to many member benefits and discounts that are exclusive to Texas Trophy Hunter members. Again, head over to ttha.com to sign up for a membership today.